thing first. Tell us about the dunk.
Yeah, I haven't. He's scratching my neck. I haven't dunked in a while. I'm starting to feel better. I got a nice lift in yesterday, post practice. Just trying to take good care of myself coming back from COVID. Feeling better in terms of conditioning. Still a little short. Not having the pop that I normally have, but it's coming back slowly. Just keep working on my game. And in these types of environments, these types of games, these are most fun for me. Haven't been in the league for a while. I understand the importance of these types of games for us. Playoff atmosphere, obviously playing against a really good team. They execute in the half court. They get out and run. So I had to dunk that one. I was due. They see me dunking in practice sometimes, and they forget that I can still dunk. So sometimes I have to show them that I still can dunk, and that I used to dunk a lot in college. Isn't that right?
And just how did it feel? You've talked about the process of getting back right physically, just getting your game back. What was it like just having a game like this where you scored 29, hit some big shots down the stretch, and just really feeling like yourself again?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'm still missing threes, man. I'm getting some great looks from Z. They're loading up on him, and still missing some easy ones, a little flat. But I like the reps I've been getting. I like the work we've been doing behind the scenes. Just continuing to figure out ways to be more aggressive, working on my pace, obviously, and just continue to attack. Got downhill. I like to not have those 2 turnovers that I had, and I gave Dyson a grenade. So I got to be better down the stretch of games. But all in all, I like the direction that I'm heading in. It's okay, little buddy. It's okay. I like the direction that I'm heading in, and I know there's a lot of time left. And I want to be playing my best basketball when it's needed, especially down the stretch of the season.
Zion was saying that ever since you and Larry, came here, y'all been big in terms of being in his ear about supporting him. What can you just share about things you are telling him about? Hey, look, this is what it can be, once you get fully healthy.
Yeah, we just stayed in his ear. Even last season, like just him being able to watch some of these games, right? Understanding, like I've been hurt, so I know what it's like to watch. I know what it's like to want to be out there, not physically be able to. So just letting him know that, look, this is all going to fall in line the way it's supposed to. Just keep taking care of yourself, work on the things you're supposed to work on, and you know where you fit in at and how dominant you're going to be next season. And he's done the work. Obviously, you can see he's starting to get more comfortable. I think the last 7 or 8 games, he's looked like, Zion, right? MVP caliber player. I'm still working on him shooting more jumpers. It's a process, right? Like, I see the work that he puts in behind the scenes, and I'm like, Z, you got to shoot more jumpers. And tonight, he shot a couple. I think he went 2 for 3 from 3. He had a chance to win it with a pull-up. He hit another pull-up in the game, and I think that's the next step for him is his greatness is what it is, right? But for him to take that next step, especially when the playoff starts, keep the defense honest, and he got nice form. He works on it. So it's like just keep him honest and shoot a few jumpers. But he's doing everything he's supposed to do. I'm proud of him. I've been in his ear, and I always tell him, like, I don't need nothing from you but your best. So that means to be a professional, work on your game, get better, and really start to trust your teammates the way you've been doing. Everybody will flow, and that's what he's done. So it's a credit to him. I'm just in his ear, on and off. Larry's in his ear, but he's doing what he needs to do behind the scenes.
I know we've talked a lot about Dyson and what he's able to do at 19 so far, but what does it mean for him to be able to, when you guys had need or you're reading in the fourth or overtime or things like that, and he's getting switched on to a big, and he's able to hold his own, get a steal, get a deflection, get a box out, help you guys go the other way?
Yeah, he's taken some steps forward offensively, right? Like, we knew he could defend. You know what I mean? Coming in is like he's a defender, right? Big guard, can defend multiple positions. Usually that's the last thing rookies know how to do, right? Like, usually they can do everything else, they can't defend. He's a guy who's light years ahead of a lot of people defensively, can guard 1 through 5. Active feet, loves the challenge, can move his feet and fight over screens. And I think you're seeing that, but the offense is what's really, starting to click for him. He's attacking closeouts, can finish well around the basket, showing a little post game, being able to spin and stuff like that. And I tell him all the time that the way he works, he gets so many shots up throughout the week. If he stacks those days up for years at a time, the way he's been doing, it's only a matter of time before he's a knockdown shooter from 3 too. So I'm happy to see his progression, and this has been a great season for lots of guys to have different roles, right? DNP sometimes they're playing in the rotation, sometimes they're not. We got some injuries, so a lot of guys are having to play different roles. So it's been fun to see other guys step up, especially with me not shooting so well to start the season.
And CJ, Willy described Larry Nance as a Swiss Army knife. He called Naji just a knife. What's it like playing with just so many defensive-minded guys that are so versatile out there on the court?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. Larry's giving us the best version of himself. He's been really aggressive offensively, diving, dunking on guys, pointing at him and stuff like that. That's the Ohio in him. I love to see that. But he does everything. He defends 1 through 5. His plus minus is through the roof. He's one of the best bigs in the NBA, and he can guard every position, shoot 50 from three, shoot 70 in the paint, 65 from the field, and to cap it off, he's a really good teammate, which makes everything better. So it's fun to see the success he's having. Naji has been great. I told him after the game that the work that they've been putting in, the young guys behind the scenes, is paying off, right? Like you see Naji finishing games, right? Trey Murphy having big games, Jose having big games to where everything comes together offensively, defensively. They're getting out in transition, and I told him, I said, I threw you that ball for a reason. They weren't going to foul me. And I knew you'd have the confidence to step to the line, but more importantly, have the confidence to be able to miss it. And if you do miss, you can still play through it. Everybody not built like that, so that kind of shows you who he is and what he's about.
CJ, I think a week or two ago, you were on the Point Forward podcast. You talked about Zion really enjoying the process of becoming who he's supposed to be. 7 wins in a row. Teams are throwing kind of the kitchen sink at him in terms of coverages. He's enjoying himself, rounding the crowd up. What's it been like to watch this development over the stretch?
It's been a lot of fun to watch. Like I said before, he's doing, what you guys probably expected, what we all expected from him, but he makes it look easy, right? Like, gets to the paint, dunks, flexes, spins. He's kind of showing everything, hitting threes, hitting jumpers, defensively, blocking shots. He's playing how only he can play, to be honest with you. I don't know who else can do the things that he does out there, and he's reaching his potential, which is really important for him and our team and our growth, is for him to be the best version of himself and get the most out of his talent, and he's doing that, and the work is showing. I think that the article was written about him running at 6 a.m. in Central Florida, and, you see the burst, right, when he gets to steal. You see how he takes off. He's faster than everybody. He's more athletic. He's more strong, and he's still smart enough to embrace double teams, make the right passes, and help our team function and win. So I'm happy to see him growing. It's still early for us. It's a marathon this season. I'm glad we're able to get on a run early and settle in with injuries, but still be able to win games. But we want to be playing our best basketball later. We still got room for growth. I still got room to grow as a player. And I'm looking forward to seeing, how we can continue to string wins together and then get, BI back, get her back, and be whole again.
CJ, kind of a big picture question here. You've made the playoffs every year in your career.
And this will be the next time I make it.
And I'm going to get to that, too. And you were integral in helping the team last year. Seeing now how well the team finished last year and how well they started this year, are you starting to see those building blocks in this team to make this a perennial contender every season?
That's the goal, man. But as I always say, man, I stay in the moment now as a 31-year-old. You understand the importance of these types of games, but also how, the season's going to be completely different in January. It's going to be completely different in February. We got a lot of road games in January, then you got All-Star break, and then we have to turn the season around and gear up for playoffs, which is a different basketball. But I think for me, it's about taking steps forward, right? Like the way we finished last season was good, but not good enough, right? So how do we learn from that? How do we play better in the half court? How do we get better defensively? I think we've taken strides in all those things. Top 10 in defense, top 10 on offense, which is really cool. That's hard to do. But now we got to sustain it for longer periods of time. And now we got to embrace what comes with winning 7 in a row, embrace what comes with being number 1 seed. And for me, I want everybody to focus on the work. The work is what allows you to succeed, but also allows you to get through moments where you're not succeeding. And I think we do those things properly the next 50 games. We'll set ourselves up to give our fans what they want, right, home court, and be able to go from there.
Along those same lines, how do you feel like this team has handled success so far, and how do you feel like you will be able to do that going forward?
Yeah, I think it's living in the moment, man. If I would have had, 6 points today and 4 turnovers and shot 3 for 15, I would still be talking to you the same way. I still have the same goals, the same vision, and the same work ethic going forward. And I think if you can remain the same with success and failure equally, that's how you have success long term, and that's how you build a good mindset, but also a good human beings. And I think Willie preaches that consistently, right? Live in the moment. Work through these moments, good and bad, and understand what we're trying to accomplish on the back end, right? We're going to win 7 games, we might win 8, and we might drop a couple in a row. But how do you respond to that, right? I think that's really important for us as a young group. It's things are great right now, right? Everything's fun, everybody's happy. It's not always like that, and it's not always going to be like that, but you got to be prepared to get through those moments so that when we get to April, right, and things aren't always the way they were supposed to be, we can still lock in and win a hostile road game.
CJ, you played a Suns team 2 nights in 3 days. Do you think that the NBA should start looking to do this more often?
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, especially if they want to send us to Miami, New York, or LA and do it too. I know we got to go to Utah, which is a beautiful place.
for a few days. But I'm a big fan of those home and homes and away type games because he likes it too. It's a way for you to be able to get in a playoff mindset where you play the same team twice. You got the scouts, you got the walkthrough, especially against a good team, to get you ready for having multiple games in a row against the same team where you got to adjust, know each other's plays, and it's fun. It's fun to not have to travel.
Last one, CJ. You're the 1 seed. You've won 2 games in a row against a team that's also contending for the same spot. You feel like there's going to be a target on y'all's backs moving forward, with each team kind of giving you their best because of the standing teams.
We don't care about other teams. We don't worry about other teams. We focus on ourselves. We focus on the work. 1 seed, 2 seed, 8 seed playing. Like, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. You want to be able to put your best foot forward and take steps in the right direction towards building a sustainable foundation centered around defense, success, sharing the ball, and having fun. We do those things. It doesn't matter who we play. It doesn't matter where we play at. We'll give ourselves a chance to have success.
Say bye, Jacoby. Say bye, little buddy.